Welcome on in, friends, to Attract Mode presented by Lady Arcaders. My name is Zokubun, and it's my pleasure to be your host this week on our bi-weekly show. Now, if you're just joining us for the first time, or maybe it's been a while since you've last been here, Attract Mode is our series where we showcase women and femmes showing off the games they love and they're passionate about. And in addition to playing games in various ways, we welcome all sorts of gaming-related activities. So please, if you're interested in showing off something on Attract Mode, submissions for us are always open. Feel free to get those submissions in. That's ladyarcaders.com/start, because we want to show off the games you love in all the ways you love them. And speaking of how much we love showing off, we're actually rapidly coming off on our 2-year anniversary here at Lady Arcaders. We've about to, May 8th, I believe, May 8th, officially, will have been our 2-year anniversary of running Attract Mode here. So thank you all so much for joining us on this. Now, speaking of games we love, today we're going retro with 2 classic hits that you may not be familiar with. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really familiar with them either, but we hope you'll love them just as much as our performers do by the time this episode is over. Today we're going to start off with a speedrun, and you know what, speedrun, gotta go fast, we know how those go, but here's a run that takes that kinda literal. Elite Spud is here to show off F-Zero GX's story mode on the very hard difficulty. So, buckle up and hold on tight.
Hello everyone! It's F-Zero. I'm Spud. I'm joined here with Sol on commentary.
Yes, hi, hello, I'm holding on for dear life.
And I got the directive, the order almost, to go fast, I think. So that's exactly what we're going to be trying to do. We're also going to make sure that we laugh a lot. The story mode that we're going to be speedrunning here has tons of funny cutscenes. There's actually almost as many cutscenes as there is gameplay. I think it's like 19 minutes if I don't mess up of gameplay, and like 15 minutes of cutscenes. So pretty well balanced. If you can hear it in the background, the music is amazing. There's going to be amazing music throughout the entire run, and the title screen music is just so good. I could not show it off. There's a lot of strats in here that's going to be kind of overwhelming to explain. I thought about explaining a whole bunch of stuff up front, but I think it's just better to just kind of jump straight in. So, you know, as is the right way to start off a speedrun, we're going to start with a cutscene. It is skippable, but I think the cutscenes are like the best part of this game. So we get to see the prologue and all 9 chapters of this. I have not shown my co-commentator or the host anything about the cutscenes, so I'm expecting some good reactions to this. If everybody else is ready, I'm good to start whenever.
I still haven't found a seatbelt, so I'm good to go. with the most nervous thumbs up I think I've ever given.
So you and I were holding hands together on this ride. Let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
But man, they did make a proper NUF0. Due to race for 98 of her people. 97 of her people.
Just give me one more chance. One more chance is all you get to win this F-Zero Grand Prix, or you know the price of failure. Yes, I can win it this time. I swear.
That's just so incredibly dramatic, and then the music coming in.
There's multiple instances of silly music. fun fact, this game was dubbed exclusively in English. It came out in Japan first, Nintendo title. Sega developed it, or published it. Amusement Visions, the development team, is in Japan. They're based in Japan. Entirely English audio, for some reason. I don't know why. Even the mocap cutscenes all sync to English, like, mouth flaps.
I'm not gonna lie, the music kicked in like it just screamed like start of a movie.
Yeah,
I actually did get a little Sonic vibes there too.
Yeah, the dev company who made this game also made Super Monkey Ball. We'll get into Super Monkey Ball stuff a little later, but perhaps most pointedly towards the cutscenes, they also made the Yakuza series, which happened right after this. So the energy is absolutely there if you're a fan of those games.
Surprise! This is secretly a Monkey Ball and like a Dragon game.
So we're playing on very hard. I think there's another cutscene right here. Yeah. Talk about very hard in a minute.
This really is a game of its era.
That is incredibly elaborate.
It's so 2003. We're playing on very hard. Very hard is there's 3 difficulty levels to the story. There's 4 in the other modes, but there's 3 here. Very hard adjusts the missions in various ways. So each one's going to be differently very harder than the hard version. We also play on max speed here. You have a whole bunch of stuff that gets affected by this slider here. Max speed basically prevents you from doing the super game-breaking tech. Ensures that you kind of race somewhat honestly. You can't really say that because we do have a lot of tricks up our sleeves. But it's the most zoomy.
For now, though, we must learn to drive.
Yeah.
As the notes actually say from this.
Each mission tries to teach you something, and this one is learn to drive, pretty much, like how to control your vehicle. You've got your analog stick, you've got your A button to go. We never really hit the brake button, and there's no red tail lights on these machines anyway, so you're not supposed to hit it. We have to collect all 35 of these capsules on the, 3 circuits. We get three rounds of this to do. We also have to finish during the time limit. This is quite hard. This is the first mission. They throw you right in the deep end. Let's see if I can get this first try. Lap 2 onwards, we get our boost power, which is our energy meter in the top right corner, and we can trade that for boost. We get a wall, it also goes down, so it's our health meter as well. And here comes lap 3.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know about F-Zero, there's very much a lot of risk and reward in that boost meter, in that energy meter, because obviously you want boost so you can go fast, but if you did it too low, you run the risk of just crashing and burning, which forces you to retire. Although now I have to wonder, how does Falcon crash and destroy in a simulation?
Captain Falcon has the most, exaggerated silhouette. Also, that was the fastest I've ever done that chapter, by the way. That was a new record for me.
Nice!
We loved a new record.
What else do I want to say? Yeah, he didn't actually talk until mission 2, so his voice is good. It's a very stereotypical hero voice. And this is one of my favorite cutscenes. There's some goofs in here too, like they didn't animate it correctly. Keep an eye on Samurai Goro's sword.
Falcon just on a knife for last and drive.
will pay for that. That's a fine-looking machine you're driving, Falcon. You know the law here in Red Canyon? If you lose the race, you forfeit your machine.
Okay, so he has the sword.
You can't back down now.
No sword.
You can't back
Sword.
down from a challenge now, can you? Let's do it.
No sword.
The first one to that checkpoint over there is the winner. I can't lose in my fire stingray.
He has way too
But-
many teeth.
But sometimes you need your sword to conveniently disappear, so you can do a sick backflip.
Oh yeah. Everybody, like, Captain Falcon's basically trying to make it to the Grand Prix is the overarching story here, and everybody's just getting in his way, and you only get to the Grand Prix on Chapter 7.
I'm sorry?
So this guy just intercepts him.
Oh,
He's
so
a
that's
long time
why Chapter 7 has what you has the thing you say about learning in it.
Yeah, that's it builds up to Chapter 7, really. Chapter 7 is the chapter. If you played this game before, you know what I mean. I'll get to it. This mission's really, really boring if you don't do the advanced strats, which I'm not going to do, because they're, like, within frame perfect sometimes. I have not practiced them enough. You can get speed by, like, repeatedly leaving the track and re-entering the track with some fancy, like, bumper inputs or, like, trigger inputs on the GameCube controller. So I'm just going to talk about the controls. So, like, if I turn, like, around like this, sometimes you see I get that, like, really slidey turn, and sometimes I get some, like, pink sparks happening around my machine when I do that. That's called a drift turn, and we want to do that intentionally, not unintentionally, so I have to control my analog stick pretty carefully to avoid doing that. And I can force myself to lose grip, which is what the cause of a drift turn is, by doing a specific input on my bumpers. If I press both bumpers at the same time, you're going to see a whole lot of that in the next chapter. But right now, I'm about to my point where I need to boost right about here. And then that's the very safe strat to get through this. He rubber bands really hard, so if you get too far ahead of him, he'll just catch you, but then we're just done.
Oh yeah, that was a little bit of a MT going on too. The momentum throttle that you've talked about.
Yeah.
Well, at least with me.
I'm gonna get you in the Grand Prix.
He's also sliding on the ground here. Like, the background is... Here he goes!
Someone forgot their seatbelt. And forgot to hold on.
He'll show back up later. He's fine. Everybody never actually goes away for good in this game. This is the first actual race. And this is a really good... I keep saying that in front of every mission. This is a really good cutscene, but this one is really good. Speaking on MTs earlier, you mentioned every time I boost, I get up to like 1400 speed-ish when I boost. And if I keep holding the accelerator when I do that, it'll like zip my speed back down to whatever it is at the max, like 1130 or 1030 or something, because it continually tries to make your speed go towards the max speed when you hold the accelerator in this game. And that works in both directions. It works speeding up and going back down. So every time I get above my max speed, I want to actually let go of the accelerator when I'm not boosting. You can't boost without holding the accelerator, but anything beyond that, it'll like pull my speed back down faster than if I just let it kind of, my momentum carry me. And that's what MT momentum throttling is we're just basically letting the weight of the machine carry me forward. And if I can do that repeatedly in mission 5, you'll see a bunch of it. It saves a whole bunch of time. Very minor tech all the way through the game.
Hey, yo, what do you want? Wait a minute. What do you think it is?
That drink is not going in his mouth.
What a scam!
Tag yourself, I'm the lizard man.
Tracks? Ha! What can I do with this one coin?
Lose it.
I had so much fun with the mocap in this game.
You're the famous Falcon. Please, I beg of you, enter the bet race. What? Where? Please, consider it an old man's last request.
Just calm down. We will shortly be closing registration for the next race.
The next race is going to start!
Hey, where do you think you're taking me? Wait!
Just perfect!
Oh. Oh. You know what? I think I know who to tag myself as now. Whatever the hell that was.
Who's the mysterious guy driving Captain Falcon's machine? We had no idea, no idea. We do a little bit of
Perfect
gambling
disguise.
fraud.
Definitely not wearing Captain Falcon's helmet there.
A little bit of gambling fraud. He actually has his own little sprite in the, like, when you're in position 1 through 6. He has his own sprite there, just for this mission. He should have that as a costume in Smash.
I'm with P-Tall. Why isn't that in Smash? That'd be such a good reference.
Cool. So now we get to show off quick turning. Quick turning is when we intentionally lose grip and do a turn and a strafe at the same time once we've lost grip. You'll see the machine like tilt in addition to turn here. That's the visual cue, and you can also hear it for the strafe noise. We're doing that constantly. It's basically every turn in this game we take via quick turn. There's also some shenanigans I'm doing with the jump plates, where I can activate the accelerator only on the way down. It gives me a little extra speed. Now we get to go fast. Watch Billy in second place now. Oh, no, he's gonna live today. I might fail this mission actually because I've hit 2 walls. This is one of the easiest missions on very hard, but we'll see. Oh god. Oh, Billy's gone. Yeah, Billy just flies off the edge sometimes.
How hard is landing from the jumps?
So the idea is you want to land flat. Otherwise you're going to like take a penalty to your speed that you maintain. Really doing bad on boost here. You refill your boost at those things. So I want to make sure I get all of this. But every jump I want to go down and then lay flat right before I hit the ground. So I get the pointing down makes me go fast, and laying flat make sure I keep my fast. The whole name of this game is basically, oh god. I almost through there. It's still gonna, that was the most scuffed chapter 3 I've ever done. I was trying to do so many things.
Yeah, so for these chapters, it's like, learn the drive, learn to boost patiently, learn to race.
Once again, Black Shadow is running riot in the lightning area.
And,
Citizens are advised to evacuate immediately.
He's just going.
He's done. Like, no, I gotta go.
Thanks, Tuxedo Mask.
The Tuxedo Mask.
But you didn't do anything.
Yeah, he's not in it for the money. He's got to beat places.
I wish there was like, I wish I had a way of showing the stupid gesture that I just did.
So Captain Falcon is trained for the Grand Prix, gotten intercepted by somebody, went for a drink and gotten intercepted by somebody who made him race, and now we're going to get intercepted by somebody else on the way. And we're actually already on a detour because we got to go find Black Shadow. But the gist of this game is that you want to keep your fast. Any way you can keep your fast is good.
That looks unsafe.
Yeah, we're going 1,000 kilometers per hour. Michael Chain's made of something else. If he can just get out of the machine and face tank all of the air. So this is one of the weirder missions. It's teaching us how to attack. This one's probably one I'm going to have to do multiple times. Very hard. This one's pretty darn difficult. Every single difficulty level in this mission makes the opponents get more health. And really, I only need to take out the guy in first, Michael Chain. All the other guys are like his little cronies. But if I don't take them all out, then he won't approach me until the very end of the race. So I'm going to be taking very great care to eliminate as many as possible with side attacks, which are the little, when I get the pink orbs around my machine. Gives me a whole lot of damage towards opponents if I hit them while I'm doing that, but it's very brief. Okay, there's a reset. This is also the best song in the game according to multiple people, so turn your volume up if you want.
Turn your volume up. Get your various game or dance emotes.
It's called Night of Big Blue if you want to look it up later too.
I'm just gonna keep quiet. This song's good.
Okay, so they're not going to rubber band anymore after that refill. Going to be a lot more patient here. You can also spy me, especially if I restart again, you can spy me doing MTs in the middle of all of my boosting, where I turn the accelerator off and you actually can't see the... Goodness, they're all there. You can't see the thruster on the back of the machine when I MT. I turn it off.
I do have to remark that I only just realized that the "You're in danger" low energy noise was not actually part of the music when it stopped.
Oh, it was low for a while there, wasn't it? I got all of them taken out pretty early. He should be no problem. He's gone. It's just like riding the bike lane here, even F-Zero. Even in F-Zero land, we have the bike lane.
You know, this vision reminds me of that one mini game in FF7 with the bike.
Oh, the one where you're Cloud waving the big sword on either side? Yes!
Oh no! After Falcon! Don't lose him! Go! Go after it! What are you doing?
Just waves.
It's like, get out of here. Right over the shoulder. Alright, here's the shortest mission in the game. This is MT Central, so really watch the back of the machine where the thrusters are. You're gonna see them like blink off constantly before I start another boost. Yeah, this is like a 40-second chapter, and I can shave 3 whole seconds off of it if I MT correctly. It's very, very precise. This is one of the more difficult ones if you're trying very hard for the first time. Honestly, this one's really hard in general, on normal even. This game's very punishing on all difficulties.
Are you alright? Jody's still inside the building! Wait there.
Oh, Jody's hair, by the way, is something else. Very 2003.
I'm not gonna lie, you just sounded like an actual announcer even then.
It's so spiky.
Oh, that was definitely not made to seat 2 people.
No, it wasn't, but it's going to now.
Just like the Mission 3 where we have the special icon for Captain Falcon in the disguise, there's a special icon for him and Jody sitting side by side in the machine. So this is the lightning area where Black Shadow was doing his little dance outside on the newsreel.
I really like the little touches of the icon now that you're pointing it out.
Those are only used in story mode too. So we don't have enough boost to just keep going here unless we get the little green capsules, and their hitbox is deceptively small, so if I miss one, it's probably not going to be by much.
We love surprisingly small hitboxes.
Oh, there's one. Should be fine. Keeping MT off there so I can get a little bit extra momentum, I should be good. Nope, we did not get over the edge.
I cannot tell you the amount of times I winced and you just squeezed through.
Yeah, same here, and then right at the end, just bonk into the door.
That door takes some names. That's honestly harder than the mission if you don't know the trick to getting through it. If you hold straight forward... Oh, there's another one. If you hold straight forward on the analog stick, it should put you through, but I don't know why I didn't get through there. Oh, that's enough.
Oh yeah, I remarked earlier, like, Surprises is technically a Monkey Ball game. Yeah, that's because this game is done with the Monkey Ball engine.
The way the gravity works, especially when you get, like, upside-down tracks, I don't think there's too many of those in the story mode, where it's upside down. That starts to feel a lot like Monkey Ball when you start to detach from the track upside down and things. Whoa, there's an unintentional drift there. This is a very big exercise in keeping your stick very steady on the analog stick. This game super rewards a steady thumb.
Yeah, in the notes, this chapter is titled "Learn to Steer Gently." And with these doors, you can see exactly why you need to steer gently, because if you don't, it that looked like you should have hit the door again.
Can we please get like a round of applause for Spotting Chat?
Yes, please.
How long did it take, like, to master, like, getting through all those gaps, like knowing the exact timing and location?
A lot of trial and error. Oh wait, here he is. There he is. He's just dancing. Arrest that man. He's just like he does this every Friday. Everybody's completely unfazed.
He's just vibing. Let him vibe.
I too dance when I successfully complete my evil plans.
Oh yes, the villains in this game are very Saturday morning cartoon.
I mean, I'd watch it.
But yeah, practicing this game.
Actually, there was an anime, but I think it was. Actually, no, I think it was localized, but I never saw it. Yeah,
I think it's poorly localized, but pretty good anime. It's a little not true to the in-game lore, but you do get to see a Falcon punch like animated on screen, so I suppose it is cool. That's actually not in the games, by the way. Falcon punching is exclusively a Smash Bros. Thing. But practicing this game over like a couple hundred hours probably at this point, you get good in bursts. Like learning new tech and learning how things work makes you feel like you're getting better like a step at a time. But there's always something more to learn. This game has a really, really steep learning curve, but it also has a very long learning curve. Like the top players still have stuff to practice and learn. You can incorporate increasingly difficult tech.
Yeah, so I know what you were saying. This is very much like a fighting game almost, more than as much as a racing game, if not more.
Mm-hmm. The inputs are very similar to like the kind of combos you'd practice in a fighting game practice. You learn each track kind of by heart and learn the combos, muscle memory, all everything. Very, very similar. I have one question though. Who likes the movie Speed?
Oh no.
You mean the one starring Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock?
I haven't actually seen it.
Am I remembering the right one?
It's the one with the bus.
Yes, no, so it is that one. Okay. Yes.
He's so, like, the suit is so skin tight. Does he just wear it to bed?
I don't want to think about that.
I don't think
it just seems uncomfortable.
I mean, for all we know, they could just be very comfy, body-conforming fleece.
Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
And then Blood Falcon will just get on top of the windshield and just, like, do a dance. He's just vibing.
I'm beginning to get why you reference Speed.
We have an emergency. There's a bomb on top of the car, and it will blow up if we go below 800 kilometers per hour. And I've hit several walls and gone down to 0, so basically that is a cue to not hit a wall. For about 3 minutes. This is the longest chapter in the game. How's everybody liking it so far? There's also some good music, too.
I am living for these cutscenes. But also, I have a permanent redeem that somebody else has also done. Considering our task at hand.
There's a little bit of minor tech I haven't talked about yet with the zipper boost panels on the ground. If you hit the edge of them, like going completely parallel to them... Oh, don't hit anybody. Okay, we're good. You get a double boost. I don't know if that's intentional, but you do get more speed off of it. You can really see it on this mission, because the speed is a big number on the left instead of like down in the bottom right. And you'll see it hit like over 1200. If I do it right, like that one was good. A lot of quick turning here. Trying not to hit walls. Every time when you increase your speed, your like settings up to max speed instead of max acceleration, your turning radius goes down. So you really need to know how to quick turn if you want to get through this mission with anything more than like half your settings.
But yeah, name of the game for this one is obviously avoid the walls where you can, avoid the hazards, you know, the other vehicles that just happen to be on the road. And enjoy your hopefully 3-minute Cliff Notes version of the movie Speed. But now we have boost power, so it's okay.
Yeah, if the bus had boost power, it probably would have been a lot more fun. I don't know, I haven't seen the movie. It might have actually been more scary. You can take these little cars out, actually. You don't go to jail for it, surprisingly. F-Zero, like, justice is weird. We have actual supervillains. Saving our boost for the dirt here, because dirt does not care if you boost, but for some reason it still affects your hovering machine if you don't boost. One more nasty turn here and then we're out.
And that concludes the 1994 movie. I hope you enjoyed.
Cliff Notes version.
Hey, sequel hook.
Oh, that was
Definitely
a good one.
planned. So it's taken us a lot of time. We've been detoured many times. We got a bomb attached to the machine. And now it's finally time for the Grand Prix. This is the hardest mission in the game. It's probably comparable to a lot of the staff ghosts. The staff ghosts are really, really hard. The devs knew a lot of stuff about this game. They use all the advanced techniques pretty much. But this one is just straight up unfair because there's some really, really bad rubber banding on the two characters from the previous cutscene, Black Shadow and Blood Falcon. Both of them have more than average energy and they have super duper rubber banding. It's going to take a lot to outrace them. Sometimes it works. Most of the time we just try to take them both out and then we have a really cozy race if we can do that. And also they're just going to let them race in this for some reason. They're known criminals. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. F-Zero is something else.
F-Zero Justice is a suggestion.
Gentlemen, the contestants, the high-flying medico, Dr. Stewart.
Also, a couple of these machines are straight up over the line, like over the starting line in the cutscene, and I don't think they noticed that when they animated it.
Oh, he is back.
And he has a new machine. What's that? He had a spare.
The Emperor of Brutality, Black Shadow. And the Bounty Hunter, Captain still alive, it seems, but I won't miss this chance to make mincemeat of you.
Black Shadow, I'll show you. You'll never beat me.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines!
So, so in our overview, so it's like learn to drive, learn to boost, learn to fight, you know, stuff like that. This one is titled Learn to Try.
This is where you learn that life isn't fair. I've seen people playing this game for the first time get to Chapter 7 and can't beat it on normal. It's evil on normal, and so it's much more evil on very hard. This is the last mission I beat, I think, on very hard. Oh, I didn't get him, so Black Shadow is now in front of me, which is bad. He's gonna basically get in first place whenever he wants. Oh, we're off the edge. We're gonna try again. So I'm doing what's called an MTS on that ice. I'm gonna do it probably every first lap. Darn, didn't get him. Okay. The MTS gives us speed out of nowhere, I like to say. You don't have to boost for it. And now I'm in 10th instead of like 20th. It's a way to basically convert your movement from your strafe into your forward momentum, and it's quite technical to do. It's very hard to do without hitting walls, but the ice is a really nice place to do it because you have to lose grip on purpose. Whoa! Okay, we just got super blessed there. Black Shadow and Blood Falcon took each other out. So we have a really cozy race. Let's not
Let's
You know what? You know what? That seems on brand for the both of them.
So here's an MTS. Oops. And then I'll try to do one on the ice. Don't fall off, please. Same idea with the boost panels, like on that jump, we want to land flat. Probably not going to be taking anybody out here because they have a chance to bounce off the wall and into me and completely kill my momentums. As much as I want to just start side attacking everybody, I'll refrain for the sake of marathon safety. I lied. So Samurai Goro and Michael Chain both hate me from previous missions because I beat them. So if they get close to me, they'll usually attack you and run you off the road. Want to stay away from them. Drop my MTS. You have to turn sharply enough to keep the MTS going, or you'll get your grip back and like it'll end.
I appreciate that there's a little sign that comes up every time you reach the end of the ice section that tells you go fast, as if that's not what you're trying to do already.
It's so good. I love that it's there.
Normally I'd say I hope you like the Mute City music when I get here, but we're probably just going to obliterate this mission unless I really beef the MTS on the next lap.
I mean, we can hope everyone likes it anyways. We just don't get to hear it as long.
It's one of my favorite tracks in the game because when you like go through the lap, and it usually at the start of the second lap, like the old Mute City theme from the SNES version kicks in.
So that's why it changed all of a sudden.
Beautiful, and then the last lap is always different. So this is my least favorite part of the song, but it's the tense moment where you have to finish. Cool. That was really cozy. Not too bad. Didn't have to.
I love that you almost stopped on lava. Or whatever that's supposed to be.
Lava's good.
The floor is lava.
The F-Zero Committee will now present the champion's prize belt.
That is a surprisingly stiff belt.
Mm-hmm.
Black Shadow, you failed again. You good for nothing.
Forgive me, Lord Death.
There he goes.
Just who are you?
I am Deathborn, the Grand Prix champion of the underworld. Why don't you and I race each other tomorrow? Surely, as champion, you have to accept.
This is such chill piano music for this scene.
The
I love
music
it.
is completely different. Black
Yeah,
Shadow
like chill,
is just...
chill piano music, as this person, as Beetle just put it, just got sent to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, I don't know if there's another F-Zero game, if that's canon, and he has just been reduced to atoms, or if he's gonna show back up again. Poor Black Shadow.
I don't know, because I don't know that much about F-Zero.
I don't think canon and lore are anywhere high up the list. Which is to say,
I
they
mean,
should
clearly
make another
Nintendo
game.
just needs to make another game, yeah.
Please, give us more. This is, I think, my favorite mission. I like Chapter 8 the most because the course is the most fun. It's the most fundamentals-based course. 5 laps on very hard, it's 3 on normal. Just like Chapter 7, you get more laps when you go up in difficulty, which is why the times are so different from, like, my best ofs. And, yeah, let's give him a head start. So Deathborn is the, like, champion of the underworld. He's got the Grand Prix built in the underworld. I don't know who else is in the underworld, maybe he got it by default, but he thinks he's hot stuff, so I'm gonna give him, like, let's say a 10-second head start, and see if I can actually still beat him, because I don't think he's that good.
Spicy.
Yeah,
This is also, these 2 cutscenes are my favorite. My favorite lines in these. You can just drive into the underworld, by the way, it's just there.
I've been waiting for you. Did you bring the champion's belt? Good.
With our powers combined.
Falcon, shall I tell you something before you die? Dark and light, the 2 great forces which make up our universe. These 2 universal forces are condensed in each of our belts. Didn't you know? At the moment when the 2 forces become one, it is possible to seize that power. Then I can turn this whole galaxy into a pile of ashes in an instant. How I've waited for this moment. The world
Feels like a lot of power to be putting in, like, the equivalent of a wrestling champion belt.
Yet. Let's go.
God, the
Okay, this
motion
really
on his
is just-
tongue.
This really is just like a couple episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! At this point.
It's definitely super campy. I like where he talks about the world falling into total darkness as his, like, windshield goes down over the belt, and you can, like, get the, it's like, I don't know, it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? A theme or something. Foreshadowing something or other. And then, "Didn't you know" is my favorite line in the game. He just, like, says the most outlandish thing in the world, and he says, "Didn't you know?"
It reads like a Did You Know Damon episode. Did you know the power of light and darkness are stored in these belts?
Didn't you know?
Someone submit that, please.
So, fun fact about mines. He's gonna get a 10-second head start. Mines in this game hurt you. They take your HP away. But they also pop you off the track for a second. Remember back in Chapter 2 when I said that if you leave the track and re-enter the track, like, really quickly, then you can get a lot of speed from that. And you probably know where this is going, where we're going to hit mines intentionally to go fast. Because we get what's called a shift boost off of them. I gotta make up 10 seconds, so we're gonna try our best to hit as many mines as possible. I don't care about my health too much in lap 1, so I'm just gonna run through all this fire. It doesn't slow you down. The walls do, however. That was a mistake.
Yeah, so like the earlier chapter we said it was like learn to race. This is learn to race, but now it is learn to race, like race capitalized.
A really good lap 1. Now we get boost in the mix. We don't really care about the mines. Oh dear. After lap 1, they're more of a nuisance than anything because they get in the way and they can KOS. So I kind of clear them out on lap 1 intentionally for speed, but also for safety.
But yeah, this chapter is otherwise very much like the one very no frills. Like this is just execution.
So my thought initially was you were letting him get a head start so he could clear out the mines for you, but no, that's not the case. So
He clears one at the very last, like at the very end of the lap, and then he just decides not to hit the others for some reason.
So now my next question is, if you didn't give him a head start, that 10-second head start, how much faster, how much further ahead would you finish?
I would be passing him on lap 2.
Oh, that was really bad.
Yeah, so there is no rubber banding on this one.
If there is, it's not very severe at all. So I'm down to 4 seconds. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, there's the explosion.
Oof. Oof.
I forgot that line was still there. Oh, I'm gonna give him it. I almost forgot. Basically, if I don't hit any walls, I shouldn't have too much of a problem with this. He's not very fast. This is also some pretty good music. It's pretty high up on the list for me.
You know, for someone who has the champion belt for the underworld,
Both of them.
he seems kind of underwhelming.
He does have immortality. I don't know if he got that from the belt or if he just has that. But if you not manage to destroy his machine, which has like way higher than normal energy, it's like 10 times stronger than mine or whatever. If you do manage to take him out, he will respawn in like 5 seconds and just like keep going.
I mean, he's called Deathborn. It's kind of in the name. Now that I know that's his name, that kind of tracks.
You get recharge off of the recharge plates based on how long you stay on them, not how much. If you go basically, if you go fast over them, you get less than if you go slow over them. Is the point. So like, I'll intentionally not boost when I want to get a whole bunch.
And we do have a question in chat. Sol, if you know the answer to this one, feel free to answer, because this definitely looks like focus time. Why did we give Deathborn a 10-second head start?
There's no rubber band in, so it's more just a flex.
Yep. I mean, we're racing for the belt. We gotta really show him who's boss. If we don't earn the belt, are we even entitled to wear it?
But like, yeah, we could just go on ahead and then blow past them. You know, probably how they expect you to do it. But nah, we'll let him think he's got this.
So the really elite players in this game can give him like a 30-second head start.
Oh.
Oh.
And yeah, the skill gap between people who are super good at this game and the people who are like pretty good at this game and the people who've played it for the first time, like, it's very continuous. You can get so much better at this game than what you're seeing right now.
I'm going to say this looks pretty amazing right now.
Yeah, and there he is, and goodbye.
Bye.
Where you pass him matters. You want to pass him on like as big of a straightaway as possible so you can put some distance, because he does attack you very madly. And oh darn!
Oh, no.
Like the guys in Chapter 7 who are mad at you, they'll just like attack you if you get close. He'll do that, but ramped up to like 10. He's very, very aggressive. I got a shift boost off of that little bump in the road there. Same thing I'm getting from the mines to speed me up. I left the track and went back on the track very quickly. And that gave me a whole bunch of speed, and I accidentally ran into the wall or the mine or something.
It's like the wall from my perspective.
I forgot to give him his head start, but I think I've illustrated my...
Yeah, I don't think we need to do it a third... We could do it a third time, but it's... Yeah, we've driven the point home. Deathborn is surprisingly not... I'm not gonna say bad. But because there's little to no rubber banding, it's very easy to actually overtake.
So now I can actually see if I can get a new record in this course. My current personal best is not very good. I want to make sure I don't pass him around here. I think I'm gonna wait. Because if he knocks me into the lava, I'm not gonna be having a good time. Here. Ow! Yeah, we're just gonna wait because he took away half my health on that hit.
Oh, he hits
You
hard.
weren't kidding. He angry.
He's very angry. This is fine. I'm doing a combination of like quick turns and drift turns. I'm not doing any MTS turns. Oh dear. Because they're just hard. You kind of learn where to use them. Like everything, each turn is its own little puzzle. Like where do you start pressing the buttons? Where do you start feathering the analog stick to go in the right direction, and all kinds, and the triggers on the GameCube are analog, so like how much you strafe in a direction matters. It's very, very finicky.
This really is just a fighting game disguised as a racing game.
I think that's kind of what F-Zero has always been. It's very, very technical.
Kind of. Based on what little bit I have played of the series, which is, not much.
Let's avoid that mine. For safety, I think I'm just going to have enough health into that section, because I haven't blown up 2 of those mines, to not worry about one of them. Like
Yeah,
how I take
probably good. Probably a good idea.
how you take some of these turns matters based on how fast you are, because like your turn radius doesn't get any better when you're faster. So like that very last turn, the super sharp one, if I'm going too fast, I'll hit the wall, and to fix that I need to basically learn a new technique for that turn. This one too, to a lesser extent. I need to make sure I'm going slow enough to not hit the wall, otherwise I'm going to lose all my speed that I would have had anyway. And then this one right, oopsie, right here, that one, if I'm going too slow, I will smash right in the wall, like, because I turn too sharply. So I make sure to boost around that one every time. That didn't feel like a personal best. That was pretty slow. Oh.
Forces will never get their hands on this belt. I'll keep winning.
You know, I thought he would actually survive lava.
He doesn't come back from that. He's like, he respawns elsewhere, but not that. You'll hear that song again, by the way. That song is the credits music after this one. Okay. So this is kind of a disappointing final mission, I'll say. It's not hard unless you don't understand it, and then it gets really easy if you do. You just have to stay on the track. That's pretty much all you have to do. You have to stay on the track, because there's no walls. And beating the time limit isn't that bad. It's staying on the track that's the problem, so we'll see how many attempts it takes me to stay on the track. I got 2 more cutscenes left.
Look, I'm over here, Falcon.
Who are you?
We are the creators.
What are you talking about? We created the whole world.
What a surprise! You beat Stanford was our best creation.
Your best creation? So, it was you who set up everything. But why?
To tell you the truth, there are no universal forces.
What?
Now you have become the champion of the 2 Grand Prix.
We'll take out your soul from your body and turn it into our creation. Are you ready?
This doesn't feel like a finale.
You can beat me? No way!
way! I love how he takes everything in stride. Captain Falcon has had a very strange
Yeah, like
week.
he's very chill about the last night overall.
Yeah, he's fought a gang, he's raced in the Grand Prix, he's like met the personification of the underworld himself.
Had the drive of an explosive attached to his vehicle.
Yeah, that was just
And it's
another
like,
Tuesday.
I might lose my soul in this race. Okay, sure. That's just a normal Wednesday for me.
I'm realizing now when you said Staff Ghost earlier, so I was thinking racing games. Like, usually you can race against, like, the ghost of your previous self on the track. That's what I was thinking, like, Staff Ghost. No, literally, this character
Yeah, they aren't called
is
the
the ghost
creator
of the
for
staff, the
nothing.
creator.
Yeah, it took me an embarrassing long time to realize that the creator was supposed to be like the staff itself. But yeah, Captain Falcon just gets his mind blown about the nature of the universe by Deathborn, and then his sentient racing belt tells him that that's actually wrong. We made everything, and then his response is to clench his fist like the Arthur meme, and then say "come off it" to like the supposed creators of the universe, which is very much Captain Falcon energy. You think you can beat me? No way!
That's such a meme-worthy line. just the delivery, if anything. Also, so walls are easy mode. So we don't have walls anymore.
No walls. Rainbow Road from hell.
Yeah. So this chapter is called "Learn to Stay on the Track," and for good reason.
And this mission pretty much stays the same amount of difficult, no matter what difficulty you play on. The ghost gets faster, but like I said, the staying on the track is the hard part. And I'm going to be doing 2 drift turns right here and there to keep my grip there. That was the secret sauce that let me finally get through this repeatedly. You can do all kinds of fancy things on this course. You can do shift boosts off the side because there's no walls. You can go really, really fast if you do shift boosts everywhere. You can do a big dive off of this jump. You can do MTSs on the corners where I'm taking it easy. Super high potential for this course. And hitting this refill on lap 2 is super important because I only have enough boost. Doing a little MT here to get some extra speed. The ghost is going to take off, but we'll catch him on the jump. You can really see the drift turns here because they're so long. And the camera on this turn gets new players a lot because it looks straight at nothing and you can't see when you need to turn.
Again, very monkey ball.
And then get super flying. Get a whole bunch of extra speed on the down. When you go way up in the air, we can get a whole bunch of extra speed from the descent. I'm gonna have to take 2 boosts up to the ramp this time because I did not get a good refill. This venue actually shows up at the very final track of the Diamond Cup in GP mode. They call it Phantom Road, I think.
So how many of the racers fall off of the track during it?
That one actually has walls for some reason. I'm not sure why they decided not to give walls for this one. Yeah, it should be good. Good jump. As long as we don't fall off on the end boosting here. We're fine. That's it. That's the game. Except for the cutscenes.
One last one for the road.
Oh, Captain Falcon, like I said, has the most exaggerated physique. You get to see in full view just how amazing his thighs are. Also his hair. I guess he has hair too. He walks out this door and his thighs are like wider than his shoulders. It's pretty absurd. Just another day.
Those thighs are wider than his head. Wow.
So you get the full version of the credits song here and all the cutscenes like replay. But that's the story mode. I think I had like 3 or 4 resets. That's actually really good. I was worried that we would have a big problem with Chapter 7, but Chapter 7 was like
Chapter
super
7
easy.
was like one reset. Like Chapter 8 was kind of the rough one, if anything.
Which chapter is the one you usually find rough?
Rough. Chapter 7 can just deny you if you're not careful, because
we
like
didn't see
Black
this part
Shadow.
you'll
we
get
need to
knocked
see him
off the
just
track.
toss the money in the tape again.
What is the other one? Chapter 4 will wall you too. If you try to go really fast on Chapter 4, you can get... I think I finished it in like 1 minute and 57 seconds, but you can get like 1 minute and 30 if you're really, really cracked at the game. And doing that involves risking not taking out all the guys ahead of time, and trying to take out Michael Chain at the end like very, very quickly without messing up. That's difficult. Chapter 5 sometimes can just get you. Chapter 1, it's more, you notice it more at the end, because the last ones are the ones you don't want to reset on, but like Chapter 1 goes wrong more often than I'd like to admit, but you just, reset the timer and go again, and that was... My PB has 1 reset, surprisingly, in this chapter. At the very end of Chapter 6, I hit a wall and got blown up, unfortunately. So I'm still going for that elusive run where I get nothing, no problems.
You'll get it. I believe in you.
The lyrics to this song are absolutely unhinged, by the way. If you listen to them or look them up or whatever, it involves the line "Cracker Jack F-Zero," completely like.
What?
I don't know what they were smoking.
This game
on
is so early 2000s.
It's something else.
It is so early 2000s.
So yeah, you do the staff ghost at the end. I think the intent was that they get you ready to do... Oopsie, I didn't mean to skip that. My finger slipped. It was basically over. But the idea is they basically get you primed and ready to go do the rest of the game. So we have like Grand Prix mode, we have time trials, or time attack, and all kinds of stuff. There's a versus mode in this game. I think you can go up to 4. I think it had LAN mode too. You can play a whole bunch of people on LAN. Maybe up to...
Yeah, I want to say this is one of the... Yeah, I think this is one of the few games that had it. This and Double Dash.
Yeah, Double Dash pioneering the whole LAN multiplayer thing. If you beat Grand Prix on Master Mode with a certain character, then you unlock like a special movie that's... I said they were having fun with the mocap earlier. Those are something else. Like, those were the kind of things that they gave an intern like a week to come up with an idea and self-animate something. That's what those are. They're reused sometimes, but they're completely just absurd. It's the best way I can describe this game, is just absurd. I don't know what they were doing, but I love it. It's so good.
I mean, considering the ones who worked on this and what they went on to make, it tracks.
And I'm glad that they channeled this energy into something else, though, because I didn't know about this game. I didn't know the reputation of it being super hard. I kind of knew that, but I didn't know how silly the cutscenes were. And that's my favorite part, honestly, of doing the story mode runs, is when I'm having a bad run or something, I just start watching the cutscenes, and it instantly makes it better. Because this game uses in-game timing, so you just add up your times for all of the missions together.
Oh, even better.
So you don't actually care about watching the cutscenes. But I hope to bring, like, to a future attract mode, I want to do all the cups and, like, show off all the other courses, like the literal attract mode of this game right here. Shows off, this is actually my favorite course.
Hey, title drop.
But, I want to show
when we
off all
were
these
in,
courses.
when we were prepping for this, I mentioned I'd seen some of these other courses and they looked really cool. So definitely, please come back for a future attract mode to show off all of these other courses. Before we head out to intermission, where can folks find you, Spud?
At my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/EliteSpud, you can see me and all of these wonderful F-Zero posters behind me, which I never get to show off the purple one. But I do some of this. I'm doing this off and on. I'm also playing through Xenoblade 3 for the first time right now. Playing Spyro.
same except it's Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, Xenoblade 2 is a good time. I'm liking 3. I've only played like 6 hours of it. I'm like trying to 100% Spyro 3 right now. I'm almost done with that. Playing a lot of games for the first time, usually, and speedrunning this and Luigi's Mansion in between. I was on the track mode before with Luigi's Mansion, but yeah, it's a cozy time.
And as someone who is still shamefully making their way through Xenoblade 1, Sol, where can people find you?
Since he's already done the shout out, twitch.tv/BeamQueenSol. I speedrun a lot of Kirby and other platformers. I'm actually learning Spyro 1 for an event next month.
Hey! Alright, and thank you both again so much for coming on here but for sharing the joy of F-Zero GX with us all. I have picked up a couple of bangers for my own personal listening from the showcase, and I cannot thank you enough for that.
Oh yeah, put some of those songs in your exercise playlist, please.
100%. Folks, stick around. Make sure you go follow these two amazing gamers, but stick around because we've got some more fantastic gaming for you coming up next. And that has been it for another episode of Attract Mode, gamers. We hope you've enjoyed these wonderful showcases, these two wonderful top speedruns of some classic cult hits. And, you know, if you've liked what we've shown off here today, like we said at the start of the stream, you can be a part of the show. Please submit to Attract Mode. That's ladyarcaders.com/start for that handy link, or !AM. That's A as in Apple, M as in Mega Man, in the chat to get that handy information. But also, I would be so remiss to not tell you, our annual charity event, the Lady Arcaders Super Showcase, is back, and we're fundraising for CARE again this year. At the end of July, that's from July 25th to July 28th, and it is a charity talent event. But when we say talent event, we mean talent event. It doesn't have to be speedruns. Please submit any type of showcase you want as long as it's game related. You can go faster than Shadow the Hedgehog. I do need to tell you that my overlasses here at Lady Arcaders tell you that it's not possible to go faster than Shadow the Hedgehog, but you know, please go ahead and try. You can show off your drumming skills in Rock Band, paint that cute cat from Stray, overthrow the patriarchy with Dance Dance Revolution, or show off your game dev skills, and I've heard rumors and rumblings of maybe a cooking stream or two. Whatever it is, whatever your game-loving heart desires, please submit it to the Super Showcase submissions, because showcases and volunteers submissions for that closes tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got that handy information in chat, !last, or you could go to the Lady Arcaders website, that's ladyarcaders.com, for more details. Now, next time, because we are a bi-weekly showcase, friends, horror is not just for October anymore. And here to prove it next week, we've got two more fantastic showcases for you. First off, we've got Linear C coming in to showcase Resident Evil 2. She'll be playing as Claire, blasting her way through every zombie left in Raccoon City. And look, if you've never, ever played Resident Evil 2, I mean, that is a cult classic. You can play as Leon or Claire, but Claire herself is one of the preeminent badass women of gaming. So I'm so excited to see Linear C blast through the new Game Plus console version of Resident Evil 2. And right after that, we've got Astrid the Horror Girl. It's right in her name, Astrid the Horror Girl, playing through Cryostasis, which is a classic horror game set in the Arctic Circle. But, you know, if you're looking for that wintry scenery, you're not going to see much of it, because we're going to be breaking out of bounds and using every glitch possible in that any percent run. So you're not going to want to miss either of those. Please make sure you got your drinks, your snacks, you got your cozies, because that's going to be happening this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in on May 9th. Now, we absolutely could not let this pass off without forwarding you to another fantastic fan gamer. Actually, one that you heard just earlier on the showcase. BeamQueenSol was here earlier with me, talking about the details of F-Zero GX as Elite Spud showed off some fantastic racing, and we ended it by talking about how all three of us were on 3 different Xenoblade games at the same time. Well, you're in luck. You get to see BeamQueenSol do her casual playthrough of Xenoblade 2 right now, because that's where we're heading over. So please join us in this raid. We're going to have a raid message in the chat. And again, we'd love to have you join us, whether for volunteering or just like being part of our cozy community. So please feel free to check us out. Type !Discord in the chat to join our Discord or check out our website. And we hope to see you around more and more as we continue on our quest to uplift all women and femmes in gaming.